Hello, everyone, and we are back. And today, this is Kal-El dropping another video, and I'm calling this video "The Evil That God Allows." Today's video is all about unraveling the astonishing truth between currency and the symbols on the dollar and how they tie to us being unwitting pawns into the greater scheme. So let's jump right into it. Before we can deep dive, we need to wrap our heads around the crucial concept that two distinctive laws that rule over our lives. First, we have admiralty law, which is known as the law of water. You might be wondering, what's the deal with water and law? Well, it turns out that money, yes, money, is likened to water. Just as water flows, money circulates, creating liquidity, right? You hear liquidity a lot in crypto, liquidity pools, liquidity bank account funding, a concept we will unpack in a moment. But imagine for a second that your finances are currents, much like the currents in the water body, in the water's body. So going from that, right? That's where you have liquidity, currency, cash flow. Look at that Ripple XRP. Always connects to everything banks, right? It says money, the liquidity current. Let's connect the dots. Money and water share an intriguing resemblance. Both flow, both shaping the terrain that they traverse. Think of money as a currency, a flow that keeps our financial world afloat. What do we call institutions that guide us? Current banks. And of course, just like river banks direct the flow of money, banks direct the course of currency. Brilliant analogy. So if we go to that, you see a bank, you see the river bank, you see how the bank controls the currency, the current of that water, similar to banks and money. Speaking of currency and water, take a gander at the cryptocurrency Ripple. The very name echoes the idea of water ripples, signifying movement and connectivity. Pay attention, folks, gods and goddesses, males and females, and therefore after, right? This is important of why I always bring up XRP and coins of the ISO that are connected to the interconnectivity messages of banks, right? It's just a conversion therefore after. And guess what? They're building a bridge over international waters, symbolizing the new wave of currency, cryptocurrency. Cryptos are propelling us into a future of banking, transcending physical borders, just like water seamlessly flows over different lands. Yes, it says, now let's switch gears to the other side of the coin, the law of the land. Unlike the uniformities of water's laws, the laws governing different lands can vary greatly. What's acceptable in one country might be forbidden in another. And it's like a symposium of unique rules and regulations that shape to diverse societies worldwide. For instance, the activities that fly in the UK might be completely off limits to the United States. And that's the diversity of the law of the land in action. Going from there, let's go into what they call the fiat currency maritime money. Our currency is like the currency in the sea. The stream ebbs and flows, directed by banks on either side. River banks control the current, but the money banks control the currency. That's why our cash flow is our liquidity asset. Liquidity is literally available currency. River bank, currency, current, money bank. Water is a metaphor for money. We use Marian and Aquafina vernacular to generically describe the financial terms every day without even realizing it. When we make a lot of money, we make barrels of it. But if we are broke, we are in deep. We are drowning in a sea of debt. Or maybe we're in hot water. Our bank accounts have dried up, but the economy can be tough. We're often just trying to stay afloat or keep our heads above water. Right? Bank, river bank. 3 says, above the Black River Bank of Watertown, New York, was established in 1844 and ran until 1864 when it became the first national bank of Watertown. Obscure currency. When somebody spends too much spends too much money too fast, they're told money goes through your hand like water. And when we're out of money, we're underwater. We're washed up. Even if we pull our resources together, we're insolvent. But sometimes a friend may bail us out, like the government has done banks and businesses of the past. We could say that the government spend money like drunken sailors, but that would be unfair to drunken sailors because the sailors are spending their own money. Ronald Reagan, the 40th president of the United States, and the original nadir of the trickle-down economics. If you want to sell your car, you put it for sale. If we purchase a car, we might get a fleeing price at the dealership to gain ownership. But if we buy it online, it's cheaper to pick it up than it would have shipped as cargo. If someone offers a loan at an extremely high rate, they're called a loan shark. If you handle stocks illegitimately, we use a slush fund. In fact, even the word is an early 15th century term, meaning works on which a boat was constructed. In poker terms, a whale or lousy player who has a lot of money when he sits at the table is basically pouring money down the drain, but the sharks love it. If money doesn't have a fixed exchange rate, it's called floating currency. The analogies between water and money are probably as numerous as the ocean is deep. We might say we run water when we draw a bath, since we make a withdrawal on a bank run. This is only the tip of the iceberg, since water is also representative of human anatomy and our court system law, and who knows what else. Can you think of any more currency or maritime money connections? If you can, let me know in the comments, which comes down to this. All right. The United States dollar is encoded in a layer of ancient knowledge and esoteric symbolism, which are connected to how we make the use of money. This symbolism could be linked to various historical and cultural references, including Quetzalcoatl of Tatiana, the Dead Sea Scrolls of Qumran, and the step pyramids of Chichiquila. The dollar bill, along with the Great Seal, goes beyond just fiat currency and the symbols of the 13 colonies. It holds profound meaning that echo through the history in our modern financial history. One of the keys connecting to symbolism is the concept of money is hidden on a calendar encoded in the dollar bill. The dollar is seen as an ancient calendar that describes a year of 364 days, which can be found in the Book of Enoch. This unique calendar aligns with the 4 seasons composed of 13 cards on weeks of each, totaling 52 weeks, 364 days. The remaining day, a quarter, need to be matched to the standard of the Gregorian calendar and is represented by the additional 2 joker cards. The manipulation of timekeeping connects to the calendar on the dollar bill to how society regulates and structures time, and an essential aspect of economic and financial activities. The symbol also dives into cosmetic and astrological elements, and the Great Seal features an eagle holding various objects, including the pearls of symbol, a vine of olives, a shelf of arrows. This eagle, which replaced the phoenix in 1841, carries an occult significance and ties to ancient Egyptian beliefs. The phoenix, a symbol of rebirth and resurrection, has corrections to Lucifer and the concept of the rising trumpet after destruction. This shift from the phoenix to the eagle reveals the intricacies of hidden symbolism and its connection to a broader history of human thought, which is in turn influences the way society conceptualizes wealth and currency. Furthermore, the pyramid on the Great Seal is connected to the concept of time as well. The pyramid structure, particularly in the number of steps, has links to ancient calendars and cosmic cycles. For instance, the pyramid's 4 sides, 91 steps each, total 364 steps, symbolizing the days of the year in a 364-day calendar. The connection between pyramids and ancient civilization highlights the role of fundamental structures in both shaping humanity's societies and their economic systems. The theme of the feathered serpent, symbolizes the eagle phoenix on a dollar bill, adds to another layer of symbolism. The serpent, representing transformation, knowledge, is intertwined with the eagle's imagery of power and freedom. This combination reflects the duality of economic systems, which often balance wealth accumulation with the need for equal distribution and social progress. Moreover, the serpent and eagle motifs draw on ancient mythologies and their impact on cultural perceptions regarding money, prosperity, and spirituality. Overall, the symbolism on the United States dollar, combined with the references to ancient calendars, cosmetically, mythologies, demonstrates a complete web of connections that extend to our modern understanding of money and its role in society. The integration of these symbols and ideals serve as a reminder of how intertwined historical and cultural elements are with the economy systems and the values that underpin them. It underscores the broader context in which financial transactions take place and encourage a deeper exploration of cultural narratives that shape our relationship with money. Hold on, people. I'm going to connect this for you. Give me just a moment. The symbolism encoded in the Great Seal of the United States and the dollar bill reverse reveals hidden history and forces that shape our money and economic function. The prevalence of the number 13 and its connection to 364 days points to the power of ancient esoteric knowledge that still wields our system today. Major religions like Christianity stealthily co-opt older occult concepts. This is seen in adopted celebrations on pagan ritual dates. Similarly, our economy abides ancient numerical system 365 days a year, 360 degrees in a circle. Calf bull worship in Babylon found an expression in bull markets, right? That's right. When you're talking about the bull market in cryptocurrency, you are connecting to the calf and bull system worshipped in ancient Babylon in the Bible. The economical ebb flows reflect celestial orbits rather than linear human progress. Secret societies like the Freemasons directly mold the design of the dollar bill and sign to encoded esoteric symbolism that reminds us behind the facade of democracy, that reminds us that behind the facade of democracy, hidden elites with privileged insight on ancient mystery systems shape society's course. The mass of people are caught in an unwitting participants in their mega ritual. To break that down, when we're using money or involved in currency and therefore after, we are unknowingly participating in a mega ritual. Just as ancient people were coerced into building the pyramids and monuments to honor the gods, the citizens of the modern world slave away to gather more printed paper notes, hoping financial salvation will come through ritually sacrificing their time and energy to secret forces that they can barely comprehend. But the symbols whisper that we need not be helpless cogs in the great financial system. By deciphering, by deciphering the coded messages, we break free from the illusion and manipulate the system for our benefit rather than be manipulated by it. The signs encoded in plain sight, the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, the serpent, encourage us to open up our eyes deeply to the reality so that we may prosper. The esoteric secrets in the dollar bill are called to transcend passivity, acceptance of financial status quo, and recognize our divine potential to transform our economy and our shaped destiny. In so many words, in breaking all this down, my purpose was to show how money is broken down on a deeper esoteric level in terms of money flow, bank, rituals, currency, the phoenix, and therefore after. For people to understand that this would be what some people say the root of all evil. I call it the evil that God allows. Because in this system that we're going for to the great financial reset, your money will no longer be physical. It will be digital, quantum, and therefore esoteric, which means your reality is going to be turned upside down. Pay attention, people. This is a reminder from the Matrix that the future is here. As I always say, it's not tomorrow, it's not today, it's yesterday. And the question is, will you be a victor in history, or will you be a victim from it? I give crypto financial advice and consultations. The information's in the description. I have 2 PowerPoints. One explaining the quantum financial system, the cryptocurrencies involved in it, metaverses, NFTs, and also that's an ebook, crypto ebook. But for my gold and silver PowerPoint, I explain gold, silver, copper, where to buy it, how to turn out if it's fake, how to be able to get a certificate of authentication to prove it's real. These things are going forward. I have many other things I could share, stocks, EFTs, different things of that nature, stocks for quantum computers, flying cars, and all types of different things. But these are the bases. Where we're going to, you're going to have to understand how things work on a simple concept, on an esoteric concept, on a deeper level. How does it connect to your life? Hopefully, this has been helpful to you. Thank you guys again. This is Kala signing out.